Are you fired up? Do you love dragons? Do you love dragons that make bread? Okay, that might be less exciting. How about dragons that make diamonds? That's more exciting. Today we're talking about Flamecraft. Hey there folks, my name's John and welcome to Chits and Cardboard. Today we're going to be talking about the board game Flamecraft. Flamecraft is a board game that was designed by Manny Vega, art is by Sandra Tang, and it was published by Cardboard Alchemy. It is a family weight worker placement order fulfillment game where you are placing your dragon workers out every now and then to gain resources and then using those resources to enchant various shops, which are the order fulfillment portion of the game. You are playing as a Flamekeeper. A Flamekeeper is a person who has the ability to work with, talk to, motivate, let's say, dragons. In doing so, you're motivating these magical dragons to do magical things in shops, which are giving you rewards because the shopkeepers want to pay you for that service. So you are basically taking advantage of dragons in order to get a payout, which is fine. In doing so, you are raising your reputation to be the highest reputation Flamekeeper in town. If you are the highest reputation Flamekeeper, you win. So rounds are basically a single action or a single turn. In a single turn, you can do one of two things. Again, the game's pretty light. The first thing is gather. The second thing is enchant. Gathering is how you gain resources. Enchanting is how you spend those resources in order to do the order fulfillment. So to gather, you will place a worker on a location. You'll gain the goods, coins, and dragon bonuses listed on that location. You will then place a dragon there, or you can place a dragon there to gain the reward from covering up that space. You can then fire up a dragon there and use its ability, and then use the shop ability, if any. In enchanting, you just choose an enchantment in the enchantment row. You can place that enchantment on a location, pay its cost, and then fire up any dragons at that location and use their abilities. Basically, you're just doing that till endgame is triggered. And endgame is triggered when there's no artisan dragons left, or when you have no enchantments left in the enchantment deck. Straightforward, simple as that. I'll be back in a second, we'll talk about our thoughts. Okay, let me tell you what I think about the game. I like this game a lot, especially for the weight class it punches in and the crowd it's trying to appeal to. I think it's almost second to none. It's simpler than Wingspan and even a bit simpler than Dog Park. It plays at up to 5, which is a great player count. The art is beautiful. Sandra Tang did a fantastic job. The names of the dragons are super cute and they'll appeal to kids. I think if you're playing this with your family, it's an absolute knockout no-brainer. Go pick this up. You'll love it. I don't have the deluxe version. I know there is a deluxe version. I don't think you need it. I think the components are quite nice. If you want to have the winning components, whatever it is, go for it. I just don't find it necessary. I do think that you need some sort of like table organization solution for the tokens, because there's a lot of tokens in this game, because there's like 7 resources. So I use these little muffin silicone cups. I'll put some B-roll in with those so you can take a look at them. I think they're a great pickup. They're pretty cheap and you can use them for other games too. I stole that idea from my buddy Adam, who may show up on the channel someday and might not. We'll see. I do think the puzzle is fun though. Like basically you're placing out workers, which are then placing out dragons, then gaining resources on various locations. So you end up slowly, as more dragons end up on various locations, you start ramping into how many resources you get, and you feel really rich at the end, and you can kind of do whatever you want. I think the forethought and foresight of diversifying which resources are in which locations so you can benefit from A, placing the dragon down and getting the reward in the first place, but B, placing your worker there to gather the resources is awesome. I think that's a really cool puzzle. I wish the game had a more consistent way to end, and I wish that made sense. So when you're playing, the game ends when you run out of artisan dragons, which are the dragons you place in the deck, so the deck's empty, or when the deck of the enchantments is empty. Now, the issue with that is the enchantment deck can take a while if people don't realize they should really be going for enchantments, but then the dragon deck won't empty. Like, even if all the places are full, the dragon deck's not empty. I would almost house rule that you want to take like 1 dragon of each color out or something just to make the dragon deck empty a little faster, because it'll make it more consistent. Now, I've only run into that issue in one play where like we were just kind of waiting for the game to end because no one had done the enchantments and then the dragon deck had a whole bunch of dragons left, but something to think about. Otherwise, I mean, again, it's a standout game. It's a knockout. I think the art is fantastic. The components are beautiful. The little dragon meeples are great. The little hearts for the reputation are great, and the fact that they go to 50 plus on the other side is a good touch. So you don't have to count on a score pad. The art, I can't get over how pretty the art is. The naming of the dragons is also super cool. Like the green dragon's names are like Twig and Olive, and the red steak dragon's names are like Hot Dog and Hickory. Like the names are really, really, really awesome. Again, I can't I can't emphasize enough how well Sandra Tanga did on this. This is one of the most standout games artistically I've seen, or stylistically I've seen in a long time. Probably since Everdell. So, yeah, I think you should pick it up if you're looking for a family weight game. If you're like a Lacerda style or even like a 3+ weight gamer, I don't think this one's going to be for you unless you want to play it with your family or something. I think you guys in your group can pass on this. But that's it from me. My name's John. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Peace. Are you fired up? How do you spell fired up? I'm just kidding.